Hi Gemini, welcome back to Crystal's Tarot. This is going to be your reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and possibly your Venus sign depending on what shows up. If you're interested in reaching out to me for a personal reading or you want to know the decks used in today's reading, you can find all that information in the description box below. If this reading resonates, please don't forget to subscribe if you have not already and like the video as well. If during the course of you listening to this and you feel like somebody else might find this helpful, please feel free to share as well. I wanted to remind you to never give your power away to a reading, a reader, or anyone or anything else. However, today's reading is intended to assist you on your path to your greatest and highest good. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and start our reading. Go ahead and get comfortable. Inhale and exhale as that feels comfortable to you, and we're going to clean out our energy. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start pulling our cards and see what Spirit wants to let us know today. I hope everyone is doing well, staying safe and healthy for Gemini for December 2020. Gemini, December 2020. And I also wanted to remind everyone that this is a general reading for the collective. Please do not make anything fit. If it resonates, wonderful. If not, just keep in mind it is a general reading. And it's always beneficial to check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. You might want to also check out your Mars as well. For Gemini, for December 2020. Okay, we're going to have one more shuffle and then we're going to get started. Sorry, one more. For Gemini. Okay, that was quick. For Gemini. December 2020, Gemini, Gemini, okay. Bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Wands. So what I'm getting from this is that there's something that you've set out an intention or a hope or a plan for, and you're just waiting for it to come through. December. Sorry, just noticed that there's a card flipped over. I'll mention it because I feel like everything happens for a reason. It was the Five of Cups. I feel like you're not completely content or happy right now in regards to something that you have a connection towards, whether like it's manifested or not. I feel like there's a love situation that you're disappointed in. It could be a person or just in general, but there's something that you invested in or something that's being offered to you that you're not fully content with or very passionate about it. One more. Gemini for December 2020. Okay, so bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Wands, and now it also came out as your clarifier for your current energy. We'll go into further detail as we get there, though. Sorry, I don't feel like that was a real one. Okay. It was in the reverse and it stayed in the reverse. So something in your past didn't really birth out the way you wanted it to. But again, we will visit that as we come to it. Okay. Bottom of the deck for the clarifiers, you have the King of Swords. Okay. So what I'm getting from this is with the Three of Wands and the King of Swords to clarify, you're waiting for a truth. You're waiting for somebody to put action, not action, to come forward towards you, to provide a truth to you. Or you're wanting to do that for somebody else. But being that the Three of Wands is here, I feel like that's something you're waiting on. I feel like you're hoping that potentially somebody in your past comes and communicates to you and provides you with the truth. There was once difficult time with this individual, and you're hoping to just have a conversation to clear out that energy. It's something that you feel like is dead and like there's no point in hoping for it, but at the same time you are still hoping for it and you just want to have this communication. I'm not sure yet where you want things to go, just that you want to have this communication. You want to clear things out where you and this person or people speak your truth. In your current energy, you have the Four of Pentacles clarified with the Three of Wands. Sorry, my lighting's not so great. So what this speaks about to me is that there's something that you've been wishing and hoping for and holding on to for quite a while, actually. For some of you, it could be months or years. It's been a long time. It's something that you're passionate about, but you for the most part, like it has a heaviness towards you. But at the same time, you're hoping that it comes forward towards you. And you're just wishing for it, hopefully. Like, you're wishing for it and you're being hopeful, but at the same time, I feel like you're kind of being doubtful at the same time. And I feel like it's something in regards to your emotions here. It's something that you kind of feel foggy about, something that you potentially feel left out in the cold with. The energy that's crossing you, you have the Three of Cups with the Sun card to clarify that. So what this talks about to me is that there was something that you once felt happy, joyful with. You thought that there would be something to celebrate. And the thought of that made you very happy. But for whatever reason, you're just kind of left waiting for that energy. It's something that you still feel fond about it when you look at it. You want to have something to celebrate. I feel like you focus and you kind of, like that's why you get hung up, because the situation might not have ended the way that you thought it would or the way that you expected it to. I feel like for some of you, I feel like there's a lot of fake people around you, and you're trying to like find your way back to the light. I feel like there's some people who are just much different than what you are, and they might have different intentions, and like you kind of, because you're a Gemini, right? You fit in, you have no problem mingling with different crowds, but you yourself do not feel like this is your group, and you want to find your group. You want to find your happiness, your joy. You want to have something that you are authentic about, like passionate and excited and joyful about authentically, and genuinely, like very deeply and sincerely passionate about, to be able to celebrate something. I feel like you're trying to like manifest where you're calling in your soul tribe more, where you're not sitting there waiting for things and just hopeful, wishing for them. Like you want things in the actual reality. You want to be able to touch it. Abraham Hicks says, do you want to sleep with it, taste it, touch it, hold it, like all those things. And I feel like you're like, even though like you have this heaviness about you that you might be currently dealing with, at the same time, when you think about this, whatever it is that you're wanting to celebrate that makes you happy, I feel like you spend a lot of time focused on that and thinking about that. Okay. This is going to potentially be a long reading for you guys, so I hope you're comfortable. Before we move past this energy, I want to mention out here, there are multiple repeating cards. And I always say that anytime that there's multiple repeating cards, it's because it's like if Spirit was writing you a book or a story or a message, the repeating cards is where he, she, it, they, Spirit really wants you to be aware of those energies and all of the elements that play around them, and to kind of like absorb, like really pay attention to that message. Like basically, if this was a book, the duplicating cards would be something that's bolded and highlighted so that it really draws your attention to it. So it really wants you to pay attention and focus on that. I usually do the duplicated cards at the end, but for whatever reason, I'm drawn to do those right now. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Repeating cards, you have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands speaks about like putting out your desires and just relying on Spirit to bring them in. Another repeating card, you have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups, you have one in the upright and one in the reverse. And we'll deep dive into those energies as we get there. But for the basic energy for the Three of Cups, it could potentially speak about a third-party relationship. But majority of the time, it's more that energy of where there's like a group celebration. There's something to be like kind of brag about, be boastful and happy about, and joyful about. You have the Empress here, one in the reverse, one in the upright. The Empress talks about, because you're a Gemini as well, Geminis are usually have a really high intuition. The Empress, she knows it, she doesn't always speak it. So sometimes we know things, but we don't really want to like lead the witness or tamper with other people's right to free will. So we just kind of keep a lot of things to ourselves. We just know and feel and think certain things. And it's your intuition that's guiding you when you're having those moments. Okay, that's all I'm noticing right now, and I don't want to spend like a long time sitting here and going over the board. So just be mindful of those energies as we evaluate your message today, okay? Okay. Yeah, that's all there is for our duplicate messages. I don't know if we're going to end up pulling another deck yet or not. We'll see as we get into it and see what I feel like we might. We'll see what we're prompted to do though, okay? So in your current energy, there's something like you're trying to have balance about yourself, but there's something that you've been holding on to for a long time. Whether it's a hope for something, you want to bring something in with the Three of Wands here. You're holding on to the hope that it comes in. And this is the energy that's crossing that, basically that's impacting that energy is the Three of Cups and the Sun. So you feel like this thing that you're holding out for is going to be something worth celebrating. It's going to bring you joy and authentic joy, like where you can really feel yourself and be yourself. God bless you. More than what you currently feel. And then I'm also getting that energy of like the people around you. Like I'm sure you get along with them. You probably got a lot of friends, but you feel kind of like you're on your own island somewhat. Like people might not really know the full extent of what it is to be you. They might not know like your fullness. And so you play the game and put on not that you're acting or being fake. I just feel like the people in your environment aren't accurate reflections of who you are. So you let them be them and you just be yourself to the extent that you feel comfortable being yourself around them. But they're not really your soul tribe. They're not really your authentic people. not to say that all of them aren't, but whatever this is that you're waiting in, you feel like that's your person, like that's your people, that's you, that's your fit. Okay. The the underlying energy, you have the Page of Pentacles clarified with the Ace of Wands. So at a soul level, you're wanting to you're wanting to communicate something that has the potential to grow something. It's something that you're passionate about as well. It's something that that when you think about this and you like look on that energy, it makes you feel inspired. It makes you feel hopeful and joyful. I feel like you're also like attracted to it as well, like physically attracted to it. So I feel like we're going to be talking about a person here. But I'm not really seeing, well, there's the 10 of Cups. And then, okay, another repeating card is the Sun. Just notice that right now. The Sun is basically, it brings illumination. It brings like, it's like the happiest card in the deck. It's like where you get to be yourself authentically and be completely joyful. It's the happiest that you can find yourself. Like, it's like, how do you say? It's like you're authentically yourself. You're happy. You're joyful. You feel abundant on the inside. Like it's a light that it's a radiance that's within you. Okay. So this Page of Pentacles, pages speak about communication. Pentacles are something that are long-term. It's tangible. And then with the wand here, the Ace of Wands, it's a passion. It's something given by the divine. And I feel like you like kind of look at it and see how do you say? Like you have like a passion towards something, and you want to have a communication that allows it to grow. That's kind of like planting a seed, and then like the conversation, the communication, the time and energy and effort put into it will be like the water that nurtures it and helps it to grow. And you're passionate about it. It's something that you feel inspired by. It's something that you feel kind of like intrigued with and mesmerized with. So it's something like you really value it, you appreciate it, and you want it to grow. Whatever this is, it's something that's not like anything other than what you've known, seen, or thought, or it's like which one is not like the rest, which one is not like others. It's something that's unique. And so you just want to have this communication. I feel like it's what you've been waiting for to come in, and you just want it to like grow already. You want to put the energy and effort into it, and you're willing to put in the work. I feel like there's like a magic element that you're trying to like manifest it as well. Like even though you put that hope out there and you're waiting for spirit to bring it in, it's something that you kind of you're still willing to put in your energy and effort more than just sending out a wish or a hope or a prayer towards spirit. It's something like you're willing to put energy and action behind, if that makes sense. In your recent past, you have the King of Pentacles with the Empress in the reverse. So I feel like in your recent past, there was an opportunity that you had that was long-term for you. You might have put a lot of energy and effort into it, but for whatever reason, you allowed it to just stop growing. You didn't want it to grow anymore. You didn't want to put any effort or energy into it. I feel like you kind of felt like left in the dark by this energy, and so you just allowed it to go by the way. I feel like people were being sneaky with you in your past. We don't have the Seven of Swords out here, but I'm kind of getting that energy with these two cards right here. It was something that you did invest your time in, but it was something that like being preyed upon, kind of like somebody was trying to take advantage of you. And because of that, you quit building with them. You quit creating with them. And you just, what you built and put your energy into, it was like sideways. It wasn't like you had the expectation that it was going and headed in one direction. But over time, it just kind of started to like fall by the way, or over time, it started to deteriorate or go in the opposite direction of what you thought you were building towards. And that's what caused you to stop wanting to birth any new energy towards it or give anything else to it. In your crowning energy, you have the Empress in the upright clarified with the 10 of Wands. So I feel like you really used your intuition about something that was burdening and like hard for you to handle. It was a burden that you had been carrying for a long time. It was hard for you to bear. And you did it for as long as you could. And then it finally got to the point where you just didn't care anymore. And you just quit putting your effort. Like you don't even want to look at the situation. You don't want to focus on it at all in any way, shape, or form. You're just done with it. And I feel like that if you haven't gotten to that point yet, you're thinking about like, how do I get out of this? For some of you, I feel like you've gotten to the end of this. You're like at the end of the situation or the relationship or whatever it is, but there's still like a little bit farther to go. Like it's basically like if you were to go to the fair or something, you're like on the way out, but you're still got to walk through the parking lot and drive out of the parking lot. So like you're still in it, but you're not in it. I hope that makes sense. And you're not really putting energy towards it. You're not building anything. I felt like what you did build, it wasn't healthy for you. It wasn't something that you felt rewarded with. It was something that was a burden for you. It was difficult for you to deal with. And so you're like, fuck it, I'm done with it. I don't even care anymore at this point. And you don't even want to look at it. Like, it's like head down and walking to get to your destination so you could just leave already. Like you're not happy with it. You're not content. And you're ready to be done with them. And I feel like you're thinking about like, how do you hurry to get to that exit? How do you finish this the rest of the way through? Like you're trying to get things to move faster than what they are. In your near future, you have the Death card clarified with the Devil card in the reverse. So I feel like you're really putting an end to toxic energies. You're no longer going to be dealing with codependency. You're not going to be tolerating people that are being deceptive towards you. You're ending things that no longer serve you, that no longer make you feel or allow you to feel happy or joy and content, like you're growing. You want to feel nurtured and appreciated and respected and valued. And anything that hinders that or causes any sort of like concern, then it's done. It's like if somebody like comes at you like quickly, instead of flinching, you're just gonna hit them. You're not really having that energy of like, we're gonna see what happens. Like you're really straight to the point right now, and you don't want to play any games. You're putting an end to any of the, but it's like you're willing to stand up and defend yourself, but you're not gonna be mean and hasty at the same time. But at the same time is like you're gonna be strict and stern, but you're still going to be loving and appreciative and affection towards the energies that deserve you. Okay, we have to talk about this more. You're trying to find the value in yourself because I felt like other people might have taken that from you or caused you to doubt it. And I feel like in your near future, you're really going to be seeing the beauty that you have within and without, like inside and out of yourself. You're releasing these toxic energies, and the more you do that, the more you're away from it, the more you feel happy and revived, the more you can feel love returning into your soul. I feel like people might have tried to stop you from talking or saying things or sharing certain things, and you're releasing that energy. You're transitioning into something that's better and healthier for you, regardless of other people's opinions. And you're very passionate about making this progress. You're very hopeful towards the abundance that you're going to move towards, or that you should expect by releasing this toxic energy. Okay. In how you see yourself, you have the Sun clarified with the World card. Sorry, my dog. So what this talks about is how you're seeing yourself. The World was first in the reverse, but it did go into the upright. So I feel like there was a point where there was your environment, your environment or the things that you found yourself surrounded by, whether it's people, places, or things, it wasn't bringing you a lot of joy. And now that you're making these transitions, making these movements towards like the real you, you're starting to find passion again. You're starting to find joy. You're starting to feel like proud of yourself and like authentic. You feel blessed. You feel prosperous. You feel like you're going in the right direction. And I feel like Spirit's very proud of you as well. And Spirit's the one that really helped you to start to see this new path and is guiding you to and through this. Other people see you. You have the Five of Wands clarified with the Nine of Wands. So other people might see you as you're just kind of like turning down offers, taking a time for yourself. I feel like you're it's like right now you're that little kid playing in the rain and just waiting for the sun to come out and just knowing the sun's coming out and just being super happy and enjoying the rain because you know what's to come next. Where I feel like other people are kind of looking at you like you're kind of crazy, and instead of them being able to find the joy and the light in the situation, they feel like weighed down by it. They feel like kind of, how do you say? I feel like other people see you as like an obstacle for them because they can't benefit from you right now. Like they're not getting what they want out of you. So you're allowing them to have their space and you're keeping your space, and they're just kind of like looking at you like, what happened? Like I'm not getting what I was getting before. And I feel like there's other people in your environment that they might not, they might want to approach you and they're not sure how to approach you. I feel like some people that like do want good for you, they're seeing like you just have all these walls, or at least that's their impression, that you have all these walls up and you're guarding yourself and you're protecting your heart. I feel like there's some people that you have that they respect you because they see this path that you're going on. So you got a variety of people in your life. I'm not surprised. But you have some people that are looking at you as like, why am I not getting what I was getting? Other people are looking at you envious. Other people are looking at you like, damn, like why you got all them walls up? Like, and then other people are like, well, how do I approach this person? How do I interact with this person? Because you seem to be a little bit guarded. In your hopes and fears position, you have the Ten of Cups clarified with the Tower. Sorry, my lighting kind of sucks. My other one broke. So what I'm getting from this, you're hopeful to be able to make that love connection, something that lights you up, but at the same time, you're fearful that it's not going to work out, that it's going to have to be something that you like jump ship on later. So you're like kind of cautiously hopeful about love because it's a Ten of Cups. You want that happy family, happy life, happy wife, happy husband, like the good life. But you have like this concern of not being able to trust people and having like this, like creating something that doesn't turn out to be stable for you. But I feel like it's like a perception. Like we bring in the energy that we are, right? So even if you've had this difficult past of where you've created things with somebody and you spend a lot of time and energy in it and it didn't work out the way you wanted it to, I feel like you can easily take that energy and just transmute it and make it go to the point where now you're calling in people who are authentic, people who do want to build the way that you want to build. I feel like you just need a little bit of time to clear out this old negative energy, which you're going to be doing in your near future. And we're going to have another deck, guys. Okay. Um, sorry. Um, so you're hopeful to have that connection. You want a happy family. You want to like be in a relationship, but you're fearful that it's going to be like the past ones that you've had, with the tower here. But at the same time, when I dropped it, it went in the reverse. So I just feel like Spirit's really, and I'm heavily picking up that energy. Like right now, you might not have people around you that you feel like is your soul tribe. But once you like really get clear on who you are, what you want, and learn from your past lessons, that's when it becomes like a strength about you. It's something that you can help other people with as well. But it helps you move into that point of like where it's okay to see something beautiful and allow it to pursue you, and for you to pursue it as well, like to put some energy in there and to have balance, because it's going to get to the point of where you can see your authenticity. You can see how amazing and how amazing you are, and that's going to help you to stand in your confidence and to really evaluate and appreciate yourself. And then once you're in that energy, that's going to like really bring in the person and the people, your tribe that you're supposed to like be around, like people who actually genuinely value you, people who you can build with, and they're going to build with you back. Okay, we're not done here. So, and I feel like you're starting to see a light of it. Like you're starting to see an inspiration of like, how do I get there from here? And like, I feel like you're noticing yourself when you're having these like repeating patterns of thoughts of like you might have used to think like everybody's trustworthy. And then you're realizing like, okay, no, now I need to let people show themselves to me and prove themselves to me. Or before you might have been attracted to a certain type of person, and now you're like, okay, now I need to give them more time to show who they are, instead of just looking at the outside package and trusting it and just going with it and just making a leap of faith. Like it's more like you need to learn your lessons that caused you into the downfall before, that brought in that toxic energy. And once you can look at that energy and clear that energy up, then that's when you're going to start to notice and see and bring in the people who are meant for you, instead of like the fake people who are only there for certain intentions, certain reasons that aren't authentic. I feel like somebody might be watching you as well. And I feel like it's somewhere where you have an interest, but it's kind of wobbly for you at the same time. So it might be like people might be giving you offers for like let's go out on a date or something. And you're like, no, I'm not ready yet. Or people are like, hey, I had this new job opportunity. And you're like, no, I'm not really experienced with that. I feel like you're wanting to adventure out to things that are different than what you've known. But at the same time, you're like kind of a little hesitant at the same time. And I feel like Spirit's like really like wanting you to start trusting yourself more, knowing the difference of other people's lies and crap that they put on you versus what you actually own. Because you have a lot of beautiful things to you. You have an intuition. And I feel like for whatever reason, people made you question that in the past. So like right now, it's more like instead of looking at like lack or what was taken or defeat, look at your potential. Look at how smart you are. Look at how beautiful you are. Look at how amazing and inspiring you are to others. And you will be inspired. Like you have a lot of beautiful traits about you that I don't think you fully see to their full extent, at least not yet. But I feel like you are working on that, and you're getting better and better at it every day in every way. So before we get into that, we're going to look at our final outcome should things remain the same. You have the Six of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Cups in the reverse. And it stayed in the reverse. So the Six of Pentacles talks about having balance, bringing balance, having things fair. Somebody might not have put into you the way that you put into them. but that's changing around. But at the same time, it's something that you might not be like celebrating. Like it might not be something you want everybody to know about all the details in between of the imbalance and the things. But spirit noticed, and that's all you really need to notice, is spirit was there with you. It recognized the difficulty, and it's working on healing you and bringing back the fairness and justice to you. And I feel like you don't want to go out celebrating, and we can't really do that right now anyways. But I feel like you're not really focused on having other people or other energies around you. You're more focused on bringing balance to yourself. And in the process of doing that, that's going to bring you in some abundance. It's going to clean out these toxic energies, and it's going to, like, even though you don't want to be around people right now, as you clear out these negative energies, and when you are ready to be around people, you'd be surprised at the quality and quantity of people that you notice in your presence. Okay, so Spirit's saying to like stand on your throne, be on your throne. The Six of Pentacles doesn't usually have like a throne on there, and there's a balance scale. It usually does have a balance scale, but I never noticed that like a throne on any other deck, and they're like, oh, look at the throne. So you have a throne on here. So like Spirit's really like indicating like there's something unique and like awe-inspiring about you. There's something that's like, it's rare. It's very rare to have the type of person that you are, and the qualities, the characteristics that you possess, and you're going to be able to make like turn them into abundance for yourself, whether it's like emotionally or physically, financially. There's going to be like a form of abundance that comes to you. And I feel like when that comes, it's not going to be a lot of people that impact it or that brought like, it's going to be something that you created solely or with minimum effort, minimum help. It's going to be like where you sit on your throne, you bring the balance to a situation and yourself, and that creates like clarity and clears out confusion, clears out like negative energies, clears out toxic people and behaviors that they create and that you create. So we're going to clean all that negativity out, and that's going to bring in a wheel of fortune. And it's going to give you a blessing, and that blessing is going to be something that it's not something that other people created with you. You might need a couple people to help you do it, but it's more so something you brought in. Like, I don't know if it's like you go into business for yourself. Like if it's going into business for yourself, like you might have an amazing idea, and to get it off the ground, you only need like a small group of people. It's not something where you need like this mass like warehouse, this mass assembly line or anything like that. It's going to be something where it's very few people involved, and I feel like you're not going to want it to be you're not going to want it to be communicated so quickly. You're going to want to sit there and bask in it and be proud of yourself, and like really look back at it. And then when you're looking back at it and you're more comfortable with it, and it's more like grown up instead of a toddler, then that's when you're going to be like, hey, look what I got. Look what I did. Okay. Gemini for December 2020. Sorry, my dog is tripping. He likes attention, and if he's not constantly getting petted, he's crying. All right, one more shuffle. Okay, I want to get into this Four of Pentacles for a second with this central energy. Okay. All right. So you have the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Hierophant, the Eight of Wands, and the Four of Wands. So I feel like there was a long period of time. Sorry, I just want to double check these. So we're going to clarify what you've been waiting on and thinking about, what you're waiting to bring in, to bring a clarity for yourself. Okay. It's something you think about quite a lot. Like you feel like in a mental prison thinking about it. I felt like you're like really tired of it at the same time. Like you don't want to think about it, but it's something that you're passionate about. But I feel like you feel like that energy could like play you in some way. So that's why it's kind of like it has a heaviness towards about it as well. Let's see. Like you don't, I feel like you're looking for something more long term, or more stable. And I feel like you have a concern that like if that this energy that you're waiting to come in, that if it does come in, I feel like you're concerned that it might play you. The Knight of Wands is like the player card, kind of like quick, passionate movement and not really any staying power. So like you're really tired of just having this energy stuck in your head all the time. But at the same time, it's something that you have like this, like, it's crazy. It's like a dual energy, right? So in 1 minute you're like stuck in your head about it. You're tired of thinking about it. You have a concern that you're going to get played by investing in that energy if it ever does come around. But at the same time, it's something that you see long-term stability with. It's something that you want. It's something you've wanted for a while and you just want to talk about it. It's like a pressure cooker building up and you just like, you want to talk. You want to like communicate your message and you want to really get your point across because you feel like it can be stable for you at some point. But at the same time, you still have that concern about it just being like playing you. Like, so if it's a place, it's you feel like you're gonna fully like when it does come or the opportunity presents itself. If it's a place, then it's gonna be like, well, I'm gonna like if it's a house, like I'm gonna invest my whole life savings in this, and it's gonna be a dump from hell where something's always breaking. I have to invest even more money than I don't even have. If it's a person, then it's going to be somebody that you're really passionate about, and they're passionate about you, and it's like you want stability with it. You see stability with it, but at the same time, it's like that energy of like, if it does finally come, and then the passion is like evaluated or performed, then they just leave. Like it's that player energy. It's something that comes in quickly with passion, but it has no real staying power. And that's a big concern for you because you want stability. You're sick of thinking about it at the same time, but you can't help but think about it. Like you're stuck in your mental space about this person, place, situation thing. And then just as much as you have that concern, you also have that feeling that it could be stable. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. So it's like you're in your mind about like wanting to be tired of it, wanting to be done with it, like taking a pause from it. But then at the same time, you have that thought of like, it could really be something good. And then like you're tired of it, don't want to like have that energy anymore. And I feel like it's an energy you've had for a really, really long time. And so you just get tired of it, but then, and you don't want to deal with it, but then like you can't help but think about it. You can't help but want it. And then like there's like that player energy of like you're going to get played, whether like you invest and it turns into be a flop, or you invest in the person and they end up like ghosting you. And then, but at the same time, you feel like it could be stable. Like you're really not sure. It's a very confusing energy. Let's see. What else can Spirit provide? The Chariot. So hopefully, regardless of whatever it is Hopefully at some point it looks like there's going to be some sort of movement, whether you move away from it all completely, or it moves towards you and you see what happens. Everybody's going to be different for their situation. Let's see the underline. Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 6 of Swords. So I'm getting that same message basically. And I always equate this to be like what's at your soul level. So the Queen of Pentacles, she's like the mother, she's the creator. She can, she has the ability to think long term and put the action behind it to be able to create things that are they last the test of time. And then the 5 of Swords is like, you feel stabbed in the back by somebody. They got away with something. They broke your heart. You might have got ghosted. And then the 10 of Swords is like you're just done. You're spent. I feel like Spirit talks to you about things of like trying to get you to get past this energy. And then the 6 of Swords is just leaving that energy. And now there's, it has movement towards it. It took flight. You're not sitting there just like defeated by the thoughts and defeated by the emotions and just trapped anymore. So I feel like that's what some of this is inspiring you, that you're passionate about, is you want to create something potentially with somebody who broke your heart in the past. But the thought of it, it creates an anxiety within you. And so you want to just leave that energy and focus on what you're inspired to be able to create something that's beautiful and abundant. You feel like there's a lot of things that are hidden from you. You and or this person, place, or thing might have had a lot of options. I'm hearing there's more than one way to skin a cat. It's weird. I hope nobody's really skinning cats. Don't do that. But there's more than one way to do something. There's a lot of different ways that you could do something. And I feel like you're leaving now this negative energy of like, okay, so what, it didn't work. I had the intention to build something beautiful and manifest something wonderful. And I was willing to put in the effort, but I got my heart broken and stabbed and basically defeated with the situation. So I'm going to leave that alone now. And even though there's things that I'm not aware of, I know there's a lot of opportunities ahead of me. I know that there's a lot of abundance and joy ahead of me. The past. I feel like the past is the past and the past needs to stay in the past. 2 of Swords, yeah. The person, place, or thing that you quit investing in, it was very confusing for you. It was very... like mentally exhausting for you. I don't feel like there was very much love. It was like a lot of conflict within the situation, a lot of just difficulty talking, feeling, like all elements of it. And so you just quit creating anything with it. Crowning energy. The Star. Beautiful. So you're trying to use your intuition now instead of investing it on things that are exhausting for you, that don't give you back the reward you deserve, the effort that you put in, that don't meet you halfway. Now you're waiting for your ships to come in with the 3 of Wands. You had that out here 3 times. But with the Star card, it's like, okay, I put this out and now I'm just waiting for it to come. And some of you can be getting a lot of attention as well. But I'm really heavily getting like, you're just like... there are things in the works for you that you aren't even aware of yet, that you'd hoped for, that you wished for. And like it's going to help to bring you balance. It's going to help to bring you security and stability. Anything else, Spirit? We're going to have one more, and if not, then not. They got to jump. I'm going to do one more. Anything. Okay. Ace of Wands and the 4 of Cups. So this wish, you want to have like truth and passion and clarity in a situation, and you're using your intuition to bring you to that stable love that you know you deserve. And that's what your wish is. You're wanting to have something that's like passionate and loving at the same time, something that's nurturing, that you feel confident in. So you're leaving this bullshit energy, things that didn't serve you, people who weren't investing in you, weren't investing with you, had their hands open, like really just shady little kids, probably grown little kids basically, right? And now we're focusing on that. We're using our intuition to focus on our wish fulfillment, to be able to clear out negative energies and bring in things that we're really passionate about, things that love us back in return, things that we can be ourselves with and be authentic and be loved no matter what. And basically, like you had a long day and somebody's there for down for you too, but there for you to help you out. It's like passion. It's a great relationship. Like you want something that like you can have good sex and you can have that good intimate emotional connection with too. Like that's a beautiful wish. I like it. I support that message. Let's talk about your near future. Okay, you have the Tower card clarified with the Four of Swords. So there was something that wasn't stable, which is exactly why you're getting rid of it. It caused you a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, but it also taught you a lot of lessons. And now you're at that point of like, you're putting it down. It became too much of a burden for you to bear, and you're walking away from it. And I feel like that's people, but it's also like situations. It could be like your mental space as well with the swords out here too. And you're bringing justice and fairness to yourself. You're not waiting for people to provide these things to you anymore. You're realizing what was not stable for you, what wasn't fair and balanced for you. And you have the Tower card out here as well before. And the Four of Swords talks about like, we were hurt, but we're taking a moment to like sit and like really learn our lesson instead of like, woe is me, and like reliving the pain of the situation. Excuse me. Sorry. So, in your like past somewhere, there was like something that was built on a like a faulty foundation. It wasn't authentic. Either the people that were building it or what it was being built with, on, through, whatever. It wasn't genuine or authentic, and it caused you a lot of heartache, a lot of difficulty, and you had your heart broken. And now you're just learning your lessons from that broken heart, to turn it around to your benefit, to make it benefit you instead of take from you any longer. And this is in regards to letting the negative, toxic energies around you pass. So it's going to get to the point, if it hasn't already, where you actually let it end and walk away from the difficulty and bring in justice and fairness to yourself. Any of you who are in the middle of a court case, or like anything where you have the justice department, the justice field involved, it will go to your benefit. It's going to go to your benefit. You're going to create an opportunity for yourself. I feel like if you're worried, and it could be different for everybody, but like the collective energy, like the overall majority of us who might be going through this situation, you're realizing that you have all the tools at your disposal to handle the situation for your best outcome. You're trying to be balanced and fair in it. I don't feel like you're really trying to like manipulate a situation. You're trying to like really look at how's the right way to approach it, what's the truth in the situation, what's right and fair. And by approaching it in that manner, it's going to have a balanced outcome for you, where you end up like, I feel like some of you are going to get some money out of the situation, or at least not have to, how do you say? You might expect money. You're going to get more stable out of it as well. But I feel like basically, like if for whatever reason you're giving somebody, like, let's call it $10,000, for whatever reason, things are going to get worse, so that you maybe only have to give them like $1,000 or $2,000. So you're actually going to be getting money from it as well. For some people, I'm getting like you're going to get money Other people, you might have to give a little bit of money, but it's not what you thought it would be. And it, like, whoever's involved as well in this situation, like, they owe you too. Like, it's not like, it's a situation where you're going to come out on top. Like, you're going to have the benefit overall in the situation. I'm not going to go any more to that. If you want a personal reading, you could reach out to me. How we feel about ourselves. Strength card. So you feel like you're just gaining strength again. You feel like you're getting your bearings about you again. The Emperor, Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles, the King of Swords. Hey. So what I'm getting out of this is that you see yourself like moving into a better energy than what you've been. Okay. It's beautiful. So you're going towards joy. You see yourself moving towards light. You're realizing that you're stronger than you realized that you were. On an emotional level, with the Emperor, you have the authority to like really stand in your own. And if you see these cards, like they have a very similar background. So I feel like, sorry. So while you're seeking, like you're finding truthfulness within yourself, you're transitioning things from how they used to go to how they should be, how it feels authentically for you. And that's giving you like an internal strength. You're like becoming more aware of your own individual, like eternal power, and you're standing strong within yourself. You're listening to the guidance that Spirit's providing to you, and it's directing your path, because you weren't really sure which way to go, how to move in a situation, and there was a lot that you were trying to balance. But you found clarity and truth with yourself, and you had the strength to like come up against the things that were trying to cross you, the things that were trying to lie to you and deceive you, and like really called bullshit on the bullshit. And now it's going to be where you're going to have something to celebrate. Like you're excited to go through this journey to move towards the end of this difficult struggle, because you do see a victory within it for yourself, to have abundance and joy and clarity for yourself, and like be honest with yourself and have integrity, and be honest with your communications with others as well. And at the end of the road, it's going to bring you more balance and more fairness, and it's going to call in your tribe. How other people feel. Queen of Swords. So other people feel like you're like cutting the bullshit, like you're not really dealing with anybody's crap anymore. If they're bullshitting, you're calling them on their bullshit. It's not something where you're just sitting there and letting people get away with the things that you used to let them get away with. And the High Priestess. So I feel like other people are recognizing like how intuitive you are. And that even though it wasn't something that you were, like you're not taking resumes and interviews and all that shit to deal with people, new people and situations, and they see that you're moving towards joy. So other people, how they're seeing you, you have the Queen, sorry, I feel like there's one more, or a couple more. Okay. All right. Other people see you. We have the Five of Wands clarified with the Nine of Wands. So that speaks about like shutting people down, like turning your back against people, like just having more fight in you, but not feeling like anything's worth the fight, basically, overall. To clarify that, you have the Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, the Sun, the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Page of Wands. So it's a beautiful story, in my opinion. So how I'm reading this is that yes, there's been people in your past that were shitty and untrustworthy, and you don't want to fight with them anymore. You're cutting people, places, and things that no longer serve you, that aren't trustworthy, that aren't of your greatest and highest good. You're using your intuition to really find joy and happiness within yourself, to get out of that like woe is me energy. Like even though you've been hurt in the past, like you just want to move on from it. You want to learn your lessons and go. You're not wanting to spend a lot of energy in there. And in fact, you're looking towards your wish fulfillment. You have the star card out there earlier too. So other people see that you're just setting out your wishes and just waiting for your ships to come in. And the Page of Wands, like they're seeing that you're getting more passionate about yourself, your life, your purpose. Like you're becoming more passionate than what you were. There's a spark about you where it used to have been lost. Hopes and fears. Okay. Hopes and fears, you have the Six of Cups and Temperance. So I feel like this is more of a hope right now. So before you had the Ten of Cups with the Tower that was in the reverse, but then it went in the upright. Or no, it wasn't. Sorry, I had it backwards. It was the Ten of Cups clarified with the Tower card that was in the upright and then went in the reverse. So what that speaks about is like you want to have that connection, that happy life, that happy marriage, but you kind of felt like it wasn't going to come in. Like if you were to trust something again, you might have to walk away from it. And so you're doubtful of like investing again because you don't want it to not have weight. You want it to be worth what you're investing in it. And I feel like you're hopeful at this point with the Six of Cups and the Temperance card. Like you're hopeful, like there might be a connection in your past that you're hoping for because you feel like it's going to bring you in balance. Let's see, anything else? And the Six of Pentacles. Yeah. Balance, temperance, and the Six of Pentacles. Like you're hopeful to have something that's balanced. You're hopeful to have something worth being able to look back on like 10, 20, 30 years from now and be like, that was a good investment. That I feel good in this energy. I feel balanced. I feel well in it. I feel like it's trustworthy. I feel like it's fair. I feel like loved and nurtured in the situation. Final outcome. Final outcome for Gemini for December. Final outcome for Gemini. It's that, yeah. The Knight of Swords. So that speaks about like quick communication, fast communication. King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And if it's not that sign, it's that energy, right? So it's somebody who they're willing to put actions of love forward. And with the Knight, okay, hold up. So the Knights are more of the action, but the Kings, they're like, they put action as well, just not as much as a Knight. The Kings, like, they're usually like plotting and stuff like that, and but they also put action forward. They're the ones that put where the Queen's the receptive, and the Kings are the ones that put the action towards the Queen to like give whatever it is that she's being receptive of, right? So the Knights of Swords speaks about quick movement of communications or thoughts. And then King of Cups talks about like somebody that's going to be able to communicate with you and that they're going to love you at the same time. Like it's very similar to your Ace of Wands and the Four of Cups. Like it's communication and passion. And then you have the Unknown card. What the fuck? We need more on this. Give us more, Spirit, for final outcome. Shit. Okay. What the fuck? Okay. Your final outcome, you had the Six of Pentacles clarified with the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Cups in the reverse. So I'm getting very heavily that you're not down. Oh, and I just noticed I accidentally knocked over the King, and the bottom of the deck for your clarifiers, and it was the King of Swords, and I noticed the Queen of Swords is right after that, like right underneath him. So that speaks about having a true pair, a true connection, and the Magician's under that. So you're going to bring in the person who's right for you. I just feel like you need some time to really clear out these negative energies, like really evaluate what it is you want, why do you want it, and not really what you want, but how do you want to feel, like what makes you feel good, what makes you feel content in a situation. Okay. So we're going to pour more clarifiers. I feel like there's at least another card that needs to come out. But you have the Knight of Swords, the King of Cups, the Unknown card, and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. And I flipped that a couple of times to see if it was going to stay in the reverse, and it did. Final outcome. Final outcome. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Final outcome. Anything else, Spirit, for your final outcome? And a Queen of Cups. Aww. Okay, that's beautiful. I was a little concerned for a second. So you have the King and now the Queen of Cups. So that's also a pair, like from the same deck. Like each of those pairs are from the same deck. And even if they were on the board, like if they're not, if it's a pair, like it's a good emblem sign. It's a good sign. But especially when they're from the same deck, like, you know, that's your authentic pair. That's what belongs to you, basically, even though people don't belong to us. But that's your partner. That's like your true partner. So you have the Knight of Swords, which speaks about like quick communication, quick thoughts, quick energy about communication or thinking. King of Cups, he's somebody who's willing to, like, he's emotional. He's not like... where the King of Swords, he like just more thinks it through. There's not much emotion behind him. Well, I'll just leave it like that. So there's going to be some movement, some quick movement, probably unexpected, potentially from a water sign, or at least somebody who looks at you in a loving way. You're not going to see this coming. It's going to be very unexpected. And I feel like you're going to have doubts of whether or not it has real staying power, true staying power, and if it's something that you should put your energy into it. You're going to have this big concern about it. There's like all this like concern about it. But at the end of the day, like, you're going to realize like that's your pair, that's your true fit. And it doesn't have to be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It's just that energy of where somebody approaches you and they make you think differently. They make you question things that you thought before. And it feels good. It feels like with the King and Queen of Cups, like there's somebody who's like emotionally connected. It's somebody like, how do you say? Like when you're wanting to like be nurtured by somebody, you either want the Queen of Pentacles or the King and Queen of Cups, depending on your male or female. But with them being a true pair, like if you're a male, you're going to find the female that makes you feel how you want to feel. If you're a male, you're going to find the female. Did I already say that? If you're the female, you're going to find the male that makes you feel like you're just at home, like you come home and you're actually at home with this person, even if you're not at home, as long as you're with this person. Which you be careful of that you don't get tied back into these this like kind of toxic energy of where it's a codependency. So be very careful of that. Always stay in your power. Never give it away to a reading, a reader, anyone, or anything else. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Death card. I want you to focus on this one. I know my lighting is kind of shitty. I'm sorry. But if you look at this, so we're going to start from the top. So you have the sunlight coming in. There's all those butterflies right there. There's the Grim Reaper. This is the person who just passed away. She's laying on like a rock, and underneath there's all the like the flowers and stuff that are growing. If you look at the Grim Reaper, he's actually like hovering over her to take her to the next transition, like transition things over to bring her to the light now instead of the darkness, to release the negativity and help it turn into something beautiful. Then let's see what's underneath. And then you have the World card. So you're going to move away, and then the Seven of Wands. So it's going to be something you have to fight for, Page of Pentacles. It's going to create, and then the Empress. Sorry. So it's going to create something like a new opportunity for you. It's going to allow things to transition for you, and it's going to be like a new start for you. But nothing that dies is truly dead. That's what this saying is on here. It just transitions, right? And you're learning all the difficult lessons of the hardships that you've been through. And you're allowing things that no longer serve you to pass. Some of you, it might be a Scorpio. You have the Death card out here multiple different times, and you just had the King of Cups for your final outcome, or the Queen of Cups as well. So for some of you, male or female, it might be a Scorpio that you're dealing with or hoping for. But either way, it's like that loving connection, somebody who gets you, somebody that is nurturing to you, where you guys can build together and create together and just like enjoy each other and like grow emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, like in all of those elements. Okay, Gemini, this has been your reading. If this reading has resonated with you, please like and subscribe if you've not already done so. If you feel like this reading can be helpful towards somebody you know, please feel free to share it with them. And until next time, I'm sending you lots of love and lots of light. And thank you so much for your time.